We hear a lot about having gratitude, right, as an antidote for feeling frustrated or just when you're dealing with what you might think of as stressful situations. So I want to give a context with how I think of gratitude, and perhaps you may have heard it described this way too. So sometimes in life when you find yourself feeling frustrated with something, for example, maybe if you're a younger person in college and you're telling yourself, oh, I have to study. I have to study for my final semester exam, right? Have to stay up late perhaps, have to study, etc. So this can be thought of as perhaps maybe a burden, right? It feels frustrating, feels stressful. But what about people who are beginning an exercise program, or you're maybe a new beginner perhaps, right? So you might be telling yourself or thinking to yourself in the morning, I have to go to the gym, right? Have to go to the gym and work out, almost like it's a chore, right? A burden perhaps. So a person may feel frustrated, or maybe it feels almost antagonistic, the relationship to something like working out or studying for an exam in college. What about other stuff, just everyday stuff in life, right? I have to repair the deck in the backyard. Wow, it's going to take some work. I have to go buy some lumber and so on. I'm going to have to spend my time on the weekend repairing the deck in the backyard. So a lot of people do think of stuff this way. They internalize it as a chore or a burden, and that can happen sometimes in life. And so we feel frustrated, and maybe it feels antagonistic. So the thing is, with these situations, I've always thought of it this way, and I encourage others, and you may have heard this before, is that I flip it around, or flip the script the other way, right? So I tell myself, I get to study for a college exam. For those of you who are in college, I get to study, right? I have the privilege of earning an education, right? There's a lot of people who wish they could be you. They wish they had the privilege to be able to study, to earn a college education, a degree perhaps, right? Or what about someone with an intellectual disability who does not have the aptitude that you have to be able to study the subjects you study? Someone who perhaps is good at math or science, or maybe some other major, right? People who wish they could be you, to have the privilege to study, right? So what about exercising and working out, right? Well, let's look at this situation. You get to work out. You have the privilege to prioritize your health. You're physically otherwise healthy. You can walk. You know, you have mobility. And so you have the privilege. You get to work out, right? You get to. It's a privilege. It's a blessing. There are people who wish they could be you. Someone in a wheelchair, right? Someone who's paralyzed, waist down. They wish they could get up out of that wheelchair and jog. You know, they wish they could do squats. You get the idea. Just the other context of other people, that reasons why they're not able to prioritize exercise, and they wish they could. They wish they could be you. So just remember that you have the privilege. It's not a chore. It's not something you have to do. It's something you get to do. It's a privilege, right? Repairing your deck in the backyard, yeah, it's work. Got to go buy lumber and do some repair work, maintenance on my deck, maybe other things around the house. So the same thing, you get to repair your deck. You have the resources, you have the strength, the energy, you have the mind to fix your deck, to build a fence, whatever you need to do. So things in life, really, if you flip it around, these are blessings, privileges, that we can do stuff. We can do stuff, not a chore. It's not a burden. The truth is, in life is a routine. There's no escaping a routine in life. Whether you are intentional to create one, or one just happens by default, maybe in a disorganized way. So everything in life is a bit of an effort, whether it's focused, intentional, or it's not. Stuff just kind of flows by you every day. So if you think of your life as a routine, hopefully one that reflects and brings you value, the value you want, then this is a good thing. You get to do it. You get to do it, right? It's a privilege. It's not necessarily a chore. So when you find yourself going through your routine and day-to-day stuff that might feel like it's a bit repetitive, if you will, maybe some things are just necessary day-to-day stuff, just think of it as part of what you do. It's your routine. You get to do it. Your life is much more than just those individual moments. It's really the collection of everything that you are. It's part of your life that includes a routine, which hopefully can be thought of as privileges, blessings, things you get to do. And at the end of the day, if you feel unhappy with something, you get to change it. Not overnight necessarily. You're not going to change your life overnight, but you get to focus on what options are, things you have control over. Move yourself into a different direction eventually to where your routine involves more things that you get to do, right? That bring you happiness and meaning and fulfillment. So I hope this is helpful. A lot of ways to look at gratitude, nothing new. This is just one way I like to remind people, right? A lot of things we do in life are privileges. We get to do them. They're a blessing. They're good problems, right? I talk about good problems in my other video. Everybody have a good weekend. Flex Friday, right? Take care. Thank you.